Hey, Science Seekers, this is Mr. Pfeiffer. We are highlighting another person in our Mead Made magnet class, and they're going to be talking about their science careers. This one comes from our 7th grader, Gab, and she's going to talk to you about what it takes to be an educational psychologist and how that ties into her science fair career that she did in the fall. Hope you enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Gab, and I would like to welcome you to Career Capers Season 2. In this episode, I will be talking about educational psychology. As Malcolm X once said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for today. Each of us have our own interests and ways of learning. These assist in the direction of our chosen career. Educational psychologists help guide everyone in the field of education along the way. Educational psychology is a branch of psychology that deals with the scientific study of human learning. Educational psychologists work in schools, government agencies, or in the private sector. In the school setting, they develop successful learning programs for all students. They take into account the unique needs of all students, like gifted learners, those with learning disabilities, behavioral and social issues. They administer assessments to uncover both students' abilities and students' problems. Then they develop a management plan accordingly. Some educational psychologists work closely with educators on whatever issues a student may be experiencing. All students experience stress to varying degrees. In my Google Science project, I experimented on the science of deep breathing. In general, deep breathing is an effective tool when dealing with stress. This is a basic technique advised by all educational psychologists to all students. In the government setting, educational psychologists work at a state or federal level. The Department of Education hires them as researchers to help develop policies and regulations. They evaluate materials used by schools nationwide. In the private sector, they can work in companies involved in educational services, such as those offering course management software and online learning programs. The minimum requirement to be an educational psychologist is a 4 year bachelor's degree and a 2 year master's degree. However, to work in universities, they need a PsyD or a PhD. There are certain skill sets needed to be an educational psychologist. Math and science skills like data collection, analysis, and critical thinking are used when doing research on a person's learning behavior. In science, we develop observational skills. Educational psychologists rely heavily on observations of human behavior and development. Skills in scientific processes help study students' cognition, which affects the education process. Skills in engineering and technology are needed in developing software programs. Educational psychologists who work for the private sector act as consultants in the creation of educational programs and online courses. The UN Sustainable Goal 4 is to ensure the quality of education. Educational psychologists ensure quality education by making sure that students, regardless of their abilities, problems, and issues, all equally receive good learning opportunities. Whatever career path a student decides to go, an educational psychologist can help guide them along the way. Thank you for watching this episode of Career Capers Season 2.
And that concludes today's episode. Please make sure you check out the description to see all the new science and STEM careers out there for all of you that are interested. See you next time. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Science Seeker episode. Peace.